Alita Battle Angel. Battle Angel Alita Battle Angel follows a battle angel named Alita who turns out to be a battle angel. But she's lost her memories and tries to regain them while fighting a cutthroat society ruled by the greatest nemesis of anything ever, business! That's right, an evil corporation that controls the population with murder ball and scary bounty hunters. Curse your business, when will your bottom line be satisfied? So let's start off by addressing the giant gross eyes in the room. It's very difficult to take this film seriously when our lead has eyes ballooned up like that. It makes her look like something out of a CG movie, but I'm supposed to take her seriously and interact with the real world. But all I can see is like this CG mask and it's really distracting. I mean, yeah, the giant eye thing works in anime because it's part of the style. It's not supposed to be realistic. When you combine it with realism, it looks gross. But the reverse also happens. When we see cyborgs with human faces on them, again, it just looks like a human face slapped onto a CG body. It looks more like a Snapchat filter or something. They just look weirdly fake. It keeps taking me out the moment and breaking the immersion. And it's a shame because this is coming from James Cameron, the guy who made Avatar. Those environments look fantastic all the way back in 2012. But this looks like something out of Spy Kids 3D, coincidentally from the same director. I guess they kind of went with his 3D department than Cameron's. But there is life behind those giant, disgusting eyes, as Alita herself, played by Rosa Salazar, is a compelling lead with a human sincerity to her actions and words, which plays off well against this very aggressive society. She has some pretty cheesy lines, and it's overly optimistic, but it really does play into her character and her role in a universe that has all but given up on hope. It separates this film from a lot of very similar concepts in this young adult dystopia genre of the teenage girl standing up to the oppressive business government, which usually plays up the doom and gloom aspect, but here it's all about how she's kind of like this beacon of hope. And I really like the sequence at the beginning where she's discovering these things, like discovering chocolate for the first time and in reactions when first seeing a boy her age. It really does make for a very compelling character, even if I do have to try and get past those disgusting, I'm sorry, just no. Also, they keep zooming in on them as well, like whenever she's having a flashback, it's like, I can see them very clearly, we don't need to get closer, they're big enough already. The action is very fast-paced and well shot, with very creative setups to the villains Alita fights, with a lot of great cyborg designs. The highlight has to be in this arena based on the spot that I think they played in Solar Babies. You can tell that this is from the same director, Spy Kids 3D, like I said, in both a lame but also kind of awesome way. It also used the robotics to an advantage to get away from some very gruesome imagery. It's a lot like early Samurai Jack, both in how goofy it could be and how awesome it could be at the same time. The world itself feels similar to the 90s stuff that followed Blade Runner, but approached it a bit more realistically, like something like iRobot did. The streets feel more like a local market than the dirty, cluttered urban environment that we do see in films like that. It's a distinct looking world and has a likeable flavour to it despite the evil robot people. You actually wouldn't mind walking through this world. You can tell that a lot of work went into making it distinct, from how its economy works, how the evil business controls the people, to what they do on day-to-day activities. In conclusion, this movie is cheesy, filled with things that seem cool in the 90s but are pretty lame by today's standards. So naturally I loved it, 7 out of 10. It's fun, creative, and has a strong lead character. It's a solid watch if you can get past the uncanny valley effects. And on a final note, I'd just like to appreciate the fact that the male lead has fantastic taste in headwear. Take care now, bye bye then.